sense?
Okay, so when you open up, you feel like you can't connect to the body. Is that what
Well,
happened?
no, like, so when I can ground, when we do our meditations, I can see you, right? I can feel you. I can feel all the energy flowing when we're doing these. But when I'm doing the work for, when we're doing the energetic work, like say I feel like right now I've uncovered betrayal and in a family member, and then I'm trying to release it, right? I'm trying to go through the meditation and then processing it. But what I find is sometimes when I feel the dense energy, it's in my higher parts, but not in my lower parts. Like I'm not grounded, I'm not rooted into the earth. And no matter how much I try to root myself into the ground, I feel like I'm not grounded. I feel like it's just like I'm like almost like floating, if that makes sense. It's not.
So So here's what's happening, particularly with this scenario. There's a fragmentation that comes in through the heart, through the right
Right.
here,
Yeah. Yeah.
into the liver. And so this fragmentation is causing a blockage in the body.
Right.
This is what happens when we have fragmentation within the chakra system, we create
Mhm.
blockages and that flow doesn't go into the body. And so it delays your ability to integrate the higher information into the physical. So, what needs to happen is a really heavy cleansing of the first three chakras, which also means, of course, the emotional body,
Mhm.
and any programs on trust, any programs suppressed anger and resentment that are within the body. That would be the target, and abilities of letting go any kind of programming, or letting go of the past, letting go of resentment, letting go of all those emotions that are tied to these events. That has to be processed gently through the body. And so we need to face those emotions and see what information comes up and start working with that, taking care of that so that we understand that we have to create a program of processing, okay, just these emotions, because if we don't, they're just going to keep piling up. And so what's happening in the body is that this stagnation won't allow for you to integrate these higher. It doesn't matter how much amazing work you do, it's always going to feel stuck. And that also happens with pain in the body. So the target point, the root point of the cause of the pain or the stagnation, that's what we need to look at. So let's look at that for everyone today. Let's look at those key points, because the focus of today will be opening the manifestation, opening crown chakra, clearing all of the points that are affecting the crown chakra. And so we're going to do a sweep over the body, identifying where we're holding on to those blockages. And this will definitely help with any pain. Of course, for anyone that's holding pain in the body, this has to do with that pain too. I want you to focus on where that is. So we have a question here. Read a heart, lung, solar plexus, fuse, lower. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yep, exactly. Anjali, what do you see? What the front and back chakras represent? Is it different? Different, yes. So the front chakra is the divine feminine. The back chakra is the masculine. And so everything has polarity within the body. We're holding on to two aspects. And so when sometimes the feminine feels disrupted from the chakra, it wants to close more. When we are not aware of our back chakras, for example, we have more stagnation. We can't move forward. We can't take action. Things like this. Okay, this is a very simple explanation. Usually it's a little bit more complex, but it affects the chakras, and that's why it's very important to notice how both are doing at all times. Oftentimes we completely neglect the back. We're not even aware of what's happening in the back. And a lot of our pain and problems in the physical body are here. They're stuck in the back of the body, and they are connecting to front organs. They're connecting to, the lungs, the chest, the breasts for the women. And so we store up all that information, but we're not realizing that the cords that are connecting to people, places, and things that are throwing back these toxic emotions and experiences are feeding into those spaces. So this is why when we do protection, it's really important that as a daily practice, you check in all the time to make sure that you're fully aware. Our protection is not just protection, it's awareness of that. When that bubble is closed behind you, you're now aware of what cords are connecting to your body or where you have openings and tears. Don't forget, we don't ignore those things. That's a direct communication as to where we have problems in the multidimensional body. So if we tap into that information, it'll help us heal and target those parts. Teresa says, I have noticed that herbs and bath treatments have helped me release stagnation in my body. Absolutely. There's many different ways because the body is multidimensional. So when you take a bath, you know, you're, especially a mineral bath, you're helping pull out a lot of those toxins in the body. And there's many other ways to detox. We need to detox the organs and help support the fluidity of the, you know, chemicals in the body as well. We're draining out the stress hormones in the body. Scott Hanley says, yes, I believe my lower chakras are blocked or stagnating. I'm also getting more digestive problems, which points to, I guess, problems with the lower chakras. You're absolutely right. And we actually worked on that a little bit earlier in our challenge, where we talked about how we're holding on to not being able to let go or releasing through the system things that need to go. And so today, this will be a great practice to look at that, to start working with that. Can chiropractic adjustment mess up our chakras? No, they cannot. You know, all of the systems are interconnected. So if the chiropractor does something to ruin or you know, hurt you in some way, obviously we're going to feel that in the body. But don't forget that everything that happens in our body is a direct reflection or mirror, or it's a cause and effect of other underlying issues. We never manifest something into the body that's not in alignment somehow, or we have an agreement with. So we have to notice how we enter into every experience, making sure that we are 100% in alignment with the work that we're having done by practitioners, by whatever it is. And you know, I always suggest working first on your connection with your body to see what it needs first, and then seeing if moving forward in those directions is necessary for you. Okay. Now, there are two different systems. The bone systems it's the crystalline part of the body, crystallized life force energy in the body. And so sometimes when we move these bones, like in yoga or doing exercises like this through a chiropractic, where we're readjusting the system, there will be a heavy release of emotions and sometimes stagnant information. So it can be very helpful. It can be very helpful. But working with the emotion is a direct way to heal those problems in the body. You will be very amazed that even myself, when I've had issues with shoulder, when I realized that it was a lack of feeling loved, or the ability of acknowledging that we were able to be loved. This is the wisdom of the body. Each part of the body has stored information as to certain thought forms. And so, for example, in the shoulders, there's two sides of it. In the back, we tend to carry a lot of, we carry the weight of others. We have responsibility, stress, anxiety, financial, love issues we carry here in the back. And here in the front part of the body, it's usually how we relate, because it's connected to the heart chakra, how we relate to others, how we feel in our relationship with love, how we integrate love in the body. And so when those things are out of balance, that's where we're going to start feeling it here in this part of the body. And every part of the body has its own wisdom. It has its own category of information. So you can really learn a lot about the blockages that you're having by noticing where they are in the body and by working directly with that emotion. And when you do, it's going to release any pain that is there in the body. Okay. Very good. So, Scott, okay, thanks. You're welcome, Scott. Thank you so much for being here. Cedric, is clearing other than main 7 chakras important to clear emotional traumas? Yes, we have, you know, actually we're like an giant organism network of points of vortices of information. Okay, so the ones that are physical in the body are the ones that are directly connected to our experiences here in the physical plane. And so if those are out of alignment, we more than likely won't even have access to the other vortices. That's the thing. So we need to work on opening our intuition, opening our connection, and exercising the communication with the body, physical and non-physical, in order for us to begin to work. Because what you'll notice is as you clear more and more and more, the other chakras of the body, which are the other manifestation centers, you're activating DNA. When you activate DNA, those chakras become open. When I was working in my early journey, one of the things that I experienced is the opening of another chakra that's in between this heart center and in between the solar plexus, right here in the center. And it becomes activated when you exercise unconditional love, when you embody it. And it's kind of like a reset button for the whole system that realigns the health of the body. So there's also another chakra at the base of the feet. There's also, I mean, we have thousands of chakras, but little by little, when you unblock the other main ones, you begin to activate these other chakras, and they open opportunities for you to work with fragments of yourself that are connected to you and to those areas, because a lot of times these are connected to past lives. These are connected to fragments of you that are in future selves, advanced aspects of yourself. And so we begin to have access to them. And a lot of the information that comes from there is mirrored in dream time, actually, a lot of it. So there's an opportunity for us to work in that dream time. Very good. So thank you so much for that great question. I see a hand. Let me see by whom. Alexander, you have another question, love?
What the last thing you just said was exactly what I wanted to share. Was I had these dreams, these really vivid dreams that I was being abducted, and being abducted, I realized I was like, wait a minute, I knew that this was an agreement that I made, and so I kind of just like shook my body like da-da-da, and I fell through the ship and I teleported back into my childhood room, and then I was like, wait, I knew this is where I made the agreement. I knew this is where I succumbed to fear. And so I feel like I reached into my childhood and I pulled this serpent out. And then the dream, I like teleported again to the future. And there was like a earth ship, or like a earth, like a place, in my objective was to protect the children and to find the children that had these agreements. And then so that was like feeling all of that. Um, that is when I realized, I was like, whoa, like I hold on to so much stuff, like, and I don't even know it. And because the deeper I go into like my legs and my root and all that stuff, that's where all of my trauma is stored. And it's like, and the more I expose it, it feels like my nerves are just like way out of, like my legs start shaking, like everything is like constantly exposed, to where I'm doing it every morning, to where I feel like I experience death and rebirth every day. Like I realize, I'm like, wait, why are you so scared? Because I work out my body, and then my body is just so scared of being everywhere, and I have to like talk to it from beginning to end. Even in my dream time, I'm realizing I'm doing it now. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share, was
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And that is very much something that occurs when you're working on the deeper levels of this. You start working in dream time at the agreements that you've made. Um, and you'll find this, everything that we're not doing in dream time, in the daytime, in our spiritual work, is happening in dream time. And oftentimes we remember it, and sometimes we don't remember what we do. But it's a wonderful opportunity to continue this work. A lot of you that are here, you know, you write me about the continuous work that you're doing and how it bleeds into these other aspects of your life. So it's constant work that we have to continue to become aware of. So one more thing that I want to point out is that something that we're coming into awareness now is looking at the different layers of information and how it stores within the body. Vibrational frequency turns into liquid form in the body and also into crystalline form. Okay, so this is the process. It's vibrational frequency turns into liquid, and then turns into this mass, this solid, which is crystallized. The bone structure is an example of that crystallization. But also in the body, when we have these stagnant energies, they in a sense also become crystallized and solid form that create illnesses and blockages in the body. So this process, just as it was coming in, can also be reversed. So we begin to as we look at the structure of something, we can decrystallize it by releasing the information that it holds. What is a crystal? A crystal is an incredible storage system of information. When you look at a crystal, you know, it's even the lines, even the lines, you know, sometimes they have these little lines. I don't know if you can see, but every single one of these lines are storages of information, of lines of when it was built, when it was being created, storing the world's history. And our bodies are very much the same. We are record keepers of entire lineages that come down ancestrally through our mother and our father lineage. So we're holding on to a lot, but in reality, they are cyclical patterns that are a part of this human experience. So it's not something to be overwhelmed with. You'll notice that it's the same patterns that happen over and over again, and those are the ones we want to target and dissolve. So let's get started. I want you all to get really nice and comfortable. We're going to begin by inhaling deeply. And exhaling. Closing our eyes, gently allowing the pupils to drift gently towards the center of the forehead. Begin to activate the body into alpha state. Breathing deeply into the solar plexus, into the base of the spine. I want you to connect with your body. We're going to start by connecting in the legs. Just becoming aware of the legs, the bones. Becoming aware of this crystalline body, the crystalline structure of the body that is more than just light. It actually is this crystallized liquid that we hold within the body, going up to the thighs. And each person tapping into your own information that lies there within the body. Going into the hips. Going into the solar plexus of the body, into the core. Into the chest. The shoulders, the arms, the hands. Taking our attention out to our energetic body, go ahead and focus. How far out does your energy extend around you? Go ahead and notice that. Okay. And then noticing the variations of the energy around you. This will indicate also where we have cords, we have blockages. So we're going to create a field around the body and closing you in a bubble of something that is completely impenetrable. And taking a moment to scan the parts of the body that are open. Go ahead, notice all around. Closing them. As you close them, you visualize and you feel that your body becomes more solid, more whole, almost as if the air is closer to your body. Breathing deeply. We're going to start by working with the root chakra. Go ahead and close that root chakra all the way down to the size of a dime, front and back. Breathing deeply, disconnecting from any imbalance in the root chakra. Going up to the sacral chakra, go ahead and visualize closing that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime. Disconnecting any imbalances in the sacral chakra. Make sure you're closing the back. Some of you still have it open. Go ahead and close that. Going up to the solar plexus, go ahead and close that solar plexus, yellow light. All the way down to the size of a dime. Going up to the heart. Opening that chakra as wide as possible. Expanding that heart center. Front and back. Going up to the to the throat chakra, opening that blue light. Going up to the third eye, opening that purple light. Purple, indigo, whatever you see there. You're going to visualize your grounding cord around the waist, the hips, the pelvic bone, all the way down to the center of the earth, grounding yourself. Those of you that feel that you are not grounded, I want you to make a really thick grounding cord. It connects you down to the center of the earth, and make sure you are going all the way down and really rooting yourself. And that means that you feel yourself come into the physical body more. Your five senses are activated. You are in your body. Feel yourself in the body, in the shoulders, in the arms, in the chest, the head, the legs. Any parts of us that are still in the past or in the future, we bring them into this present moment right now. Center of the earth, I want you to visualize a color that represents the most powerful healing for you. You're going to bring that up into the body like a river of energy going up into the center of the body, creating a vortex. Visualize that vortex in the center core, swirling, moving. From the universe, from source, you're going to bring down a powerful wave of golden light that comes down to the crown of your head, down your spine, combining with that earth energy, that healing energy in the center core. Mixing. Move moving that energy through the 7 layers of the body. We begin to wake up those 7 layers, our awareness of those 7 layers, so that we can begin to identify where we are holding on to this pain. Where is this pain rooted? Where are these blockages rooted that's not allowing this life force energy to come into the body? Take a look at that. Where are you still holding on to blockages that don't allow us to come into our highest expression? It can come in the form of pain, physical discomfort, and illness, emotion, blockage. Now that you've identified those points, it might be more than one within the body. Visualize almost like you're highlighting them. So highlight them in the body. This will be our target point today. You're going to send 10% of this combination back down. And as you open that channel of elimination, I want you to visualize you're beginning to drain those highlighted points. You're beginning to clear, dissolve everything that doesn't need to be in those stagnant points. Dissolve them. Now, this is the first layer of many that we're going to do in this healing today, because we're going to go very deep. We're going to start. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Going back to the solar plexus, you're going to take 80%. You're going to send that up your spine from the crown of your head, coating the outside of your sphere. We'll target the outer points of these blockages, the parts that are stagnant in the outer layers, in the higher realms. Past lives, Akashic records, entities, attachments. Check in, where are those connected? You're going to go back to your solar plexus. You're going to take that final 10% up your spine, down your arms, and I want you to feel the inside of your body now. Healing the body, coming into the pores, the flesh, the muscles, the bones, down to the cellular level. We're going to work at the cellular level now of the body, targeting all of these blockages. Where are they nesting within this liquid body, crystalline body? Where do we store the information? Go ahead and see in your body, where are you storing it? And I want you to go to that part of your body. I want you to tap into a very heightened level of sensitivity. And you're going to begin to gently focus on the pain or the blockage that's there. And you're going to pay attention to that pain. You're going to be present with that place of blocking. And as you're present with it, Allowing yourself to receive information as to what is stagnant within that part of the body. It's going to begin to expand. Other parts of the body may become aware. You're going to get emotions that come up, memories. Go ahead and take that emotion that you feel and I want you to be present with that emotion. As you're present with this emotion, observing it as almost as if you are on top of your body looking down. Observe and see what that emotion wants to do in the body. Breathing deeply. Notice how it expands around the body. It begins to tell you how it affects other parts of the body. I want you to take yourself back to the very first time that you've experienced this pain, this emotion. Take yourself there. Take yourself there. Go back as far back as you can. It can be in this lifetime, or maybe it's another lifetime. Take a look at that. Take a moment to observe what is occurring in this memory. Who are you with? Look at yourself. You tap into yourself. I want you to tap into the emotions that this self is experiencing at this time. What emotions are there in the body? What is it feeling? And what's causing it to feel this way? Noticing the parts of the body that tense up as we look at these memories and releasing any tension. Breathing deeply. Acknowledging the emotions that have come up from this part of us. And I want you to surround that part of you in a field of light. I want you to provide it with everything it needs in order to learn the opposite of what it's learning in this experience. Teach it the opposite. In this moment, it created a program. It created a pain. It stored information in the body, stagnation. So show it a different way. While it's healing there, I want you to see the other people that are participant in this experience. And I want you to observe them. What is it that they want? What is it that their soul is trying to seek through this experience? See if you can get any information about that. And ask yourself, how are we like them? How do we try to get that? Whatever it is that they're searching. Do we sometimes behave in this way in our life now? Is there a connection between this experience and the trigger for the pain and the blockage in our body? Notice that. Any pain that comes up in the body, be present with it. If you focus on it, it begins to dissipate. I want you to shine your crown light, activating the crown light now. I want you to take your creative color, the color that represents your highest vibrational frequency, and you're going to shine that bright in your crown. And you're going to shine that light over this person, and you're going to see some contrast. These contracts represent the cyclical pattern that we share with this blockage in the body. So go ahead and see, is it big or small? How does it look to you? How deep is this program rooted within us? And I want you to ask yourself, is it necessary to hold on to the pain still in the body? Connect with your body. Go ahead and destroy those contracts if you feel that you're ready to let that go. Excellent. You're doing such amazing work. I want you to visualize that you have a cord connecting to this person with past experience. You're going to identify where in the body you're storing that cord. You're going to cut the cord on their end. And you're going to go to your body, locate where that cord is, and I want you to see what shape does it have. I want you to pull it out of your body, pull it out. And with the pulling of this cord, you pull out the pain in the body, the blockage in the body. Your mind is the most powerful and important part of this process of healing. You are the master of your body and your mind. I really want you to, with your intuition, notice the parts of your body that are affected by this cord and clear them out. Pull them. Don't stop until it's all out of the body. Notice the body begin to reset itself. It's almost like you begin to breathe. The pain begins to dissipate. The blockage dissolves. I want you to inhale deeply, taking back your life force into your body. And exhale, you release, letting go of everything that you're storing from this experience out of your body if you're ready to let that go. I want you to focus on that part of the body. And go ahead and visualize that almost with a vacuum. You're going to pull out any final little threads that are stuck within the body. Check your neck, check all of the chakras now. We're doing a clean sweep. All of these blockages that are inhibiting the higher bodies to integrate in this body. Very good. I want you to see the fragment of yourself. I want you to see what's different. I want you to observe from this fragment. You're going to be learning how we need to navigate when these triggers come up. And anytime you need direction, you can connect with this fragment, which is a part of you. So I want you to take that healed part of you back into your body, and you're going to direct it into the part of the body that's holding on to the pain or to the stagnation. Go ahead and feel it. Bring it into the body. Think deep. I want you to allow for integration. 7 bodies in, 7 bodies out. I'll charge us down to 0, infinite. Bring that healing into the back of the body, to the tailbone, the head. Notice this moment of peace within the body. We're going to start at the root chakra, but today we're going to do something different. I want you to remove the blockages that don't allow the higher bodies to integrate into the physical. So in the root chakra, in the lower parts, go ahead and look at it. See what blockages you have there in your body that don't allow the soul to integrate with this source self, the higher self. Go ahead and pull out whatever you see in the root chakra that's blocking this integration. You can visualize a vortex that's going to absorb all of that out of your space. Don't leave it hanging in your rooms, in your homes. Going to go up to the sacral chakra. Go ahead and clear out any blockages that you see within that sacral chakra that inhibit your ability to embody the source itself. Notice if any of the chakras are cracked or fragmented, and if they are, bring them back together. Going up to the solar plexus, healing that, removing any blockages in the solar plexus. Check out the back. You're holding on to stuff in the back. Going up to the heart chakra, clearing out blockages in the heart chakra. Those of you that have fragmentation in the heart, fix it, bring it back into a solid, whole, green vortex of energy, front and back. Make it whole. Glue it together with white light, seal it, healing. By sealing, I mean healing any cracks that are open so that it functions fluidly. In the throat, a lot of us have blockages in the throat. This is our perception of the feminine and masculine that's not balanced. Fears of the masculine, fears of the feminine. Take those out. Knowing that we are both. That we must embody both. Going up to the third eye, clearing out those blockages. Clear out those blockages in the third eye. Very good. Opening the root back into a balanced state. Opening sacral. Make sure you're opening your chakras back into a balanced state. A lot of times when we feel that we're not in the body, when we're not in the body integrating, when we feel that we're floating around, it's because our first three chakras have become paralyzed or broken. So bring them solidly into a very nice balanced state so that you know that you are safe in that body. Root, sacral, solar, or red, orange, yellow, solidly balanced, grounding. Going up to the heart, the throat, the third eye. You're going to go to the crown, activating the 8th chakra. And when you activate, we're going to open up. We're opening up that chakra wide to expand it with your creative color. Going up to the 9th, expanding that creative color. The 10th, the 11th, the 12th, activating the 13th. Open up that space. Allow yourself to feel now with white light Your higher self entering into the body. What does it feel like? Bringing it into the toes. Fill your heart with love, with acceptance. Fearlessly allowing yourself to embody this powerful self, which sometimes we feel intimidated by its power, by its wisdom, by its truth. Notice in this moment what parts of us feel afraid or feel not ready to embody the higher self. Let that in. Informing the liquid and the crystalline and the energetic layers of this organism, the flesh, the bones, the energetic body. Any fears of judgment of others, let's address that now so that when we get out of this meditation, we can carry our day from the perspective of the higher self instead of the fearful self, the side that wants to hide. Imagine yourself throughout your day in front of friends and family, holding this space. What changes in those relationships? Just observing. Releasing any emotions in the body, bringing you back into a state of neutrality. Inhale deeply and exhale. I gently want you to come back into the room now. And as you open your eyes, you're going to continue to see your protective field around you. Feel with your eyes open, aware of your 5 senses, aware of this information that you received from the body. Take a moment to let it integrate. Okay. And continue to feel that you are holding this higher self within you. You are integrating that higher self. These two realms are not separate, they are one. The physical and the non-physical. Sometimes we visualize them as separate, but in reality, it's just one. And what's really true is actually the non-physical is actually what's creating in our life. Very good, guys. You guys did amazing. So do you guys have any question? I'd like to ask what your creative color is. What color is that? And in this journey, as we're going through these 30 days, I want you to see if your color changes or if it changes every day. Or I'm going to start with Anjali. What color is your creative color?
My creative color is it's like a lilac, but it's got silver in it.
Oh, beautiful. Excellent.
It changed a while back into a magenta, silver, and lilac, but it's back to being lilac and silver.
Interesting. Okay, great. Well, I'd love to ask more about how and why you felt that change come about, but maybe we can talk about that tomorrow. It's very interesting. Tracy, what's your higher self color? Creative color.
My color is, it started off being pale green, then it went to a nice deep yellow, similar to the jumper, and now it would be like a cerise pink.
That's beautiful. I just want to tell you what an amazing job you're doing. I mean, the blockages that are in the body have been clearing beautifully. Okay, you're doing amazing. Trust yourself. Yeah. Anita, what is your creative color? Ah, you're muted, love.
That
Oh.
comes.
Anita?
Oh, did you hear me?
No, I didn't. Maybe other people did. I'm sorry. Can you repeat it again?
My color is a violet. It's the violet flame that always comes to kind of you. Yes.
Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you so much. Cedric, what's your creative color?
My creative color is red. And that color red has been with me ever since about 6 years old, when I used to experience seeing red orbs floating in my bedroom. And those red orbs and the color red represents protection from my ancestral lineage.
Mhm.
And also, I just want to say thank you for providing this platform. The meditation was amazing. I was able to identify those emotional blockages. Instead of going through this present body, there were younger versions of myself that appeared with each of those emotional blockages. And I was able to identify with each one of them and remove those blockages and heal it with the healing light. So
Oh.
I appreciate you.
Amazing, Cedric. I love the work you're doing. Amazing. So happy. Thank you for holding that light. So great work. Let's go to Adriana. What is your creative color?
It's very deep purple, but very, very bright.
Very bright. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Ruba, what's your creative color? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. It has more recently changed to, I would say, like columns of white light, but
Oh, wow.
in it is the closest thing I can tell you is probably, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the stone opal or opal.
Uh-huh.
So it's white, but then you always see those flecks of different hues of colors in there, depending on how you hold it to the light.
Oh, wow.
So that has been my strongest healing color.
Beautiful. And so it's almost like an iridescent kind of rainbow.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. Wonderful. All right, my love. So let's go on to Veronica. Victoria. Victoria.
Victor,
Not
I know. I think it's still magenta with gold. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. Use that. Thank you. Luana, what's your higher self color?
So usually it's a violet, but when I have been feeling less busy, it's now like a very light violet with white light. So
Wow.
kind of mixed.
Wonderful. Let's go to Teresa. What's your higher self color?
I think today was more of a like a crystal blue, crystal light blue color.
Okay, beautiful. Excellent. Thank you. Nadia, what's your color? You're muted, by the way. I can't hear you if you're speaking. Nadia, do we have Nadia? Maybe not Nadia. Nadia, if you come back, go ahead and jump in. Antonella, what's your higher self color?
Today it wanted to come in as like a baby yellow, but sunshine, like very strong, representing the sun.
Beautiful. Excellent. Beautiful. Scott's new. What's your creative color? Were you able to identify what that color was? I think we got Nadia. Scott.
Yes.
Nadia.
Okay. So my colors are hints of a turquoise with yellow.
Beautiful, beautiful. You see how each one of you is a spectrum of this rainbow. And you know what this color represents that you're naming out is your highest expression, which means it's encoded with codes of information of your DNA, of your expression, which means your gifts, you know, what you're here to do, your interactions, your expression as this infinite consciousness. So I just think it's so beautiful to hear all these colors and notice how unique each one of you is. Your journey's unique in this human body. So let's go to Spella. Spella, what's your color?
Hi, mine is dark blue.
Dark blue, fantastic.
Yes, but I don't see it. I kind of hear inside that I don't see it.
That's very
So-
interesting. So can you tell us, how do you hear it exactly? How do you come about hearing it? Can you tell us? Because I know there's a lot of people that are just like you.
I don't know. I hear the information. I don't know how to explain it. I just hear inside of me. So all the emotions are, I identify the same way. I don't see it, I just hear it.
Excellent. So your psychic abilities are more through hearing. So you can hear messages. So that is incredible. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Liza. Liza, what's your color?
It's been mostly magenta, but I will say I've had a couple of sessions where it's been a mixture of like a white and lilac and sometimes yellow, like the sun.
Love that. Fred says yellow today. It changes every day. I fell asleep several times. Thank you so much, Fred. That's an awesome color. And yeah, you know, that's okay. It's okay to fall asleep. Your body just needs to restore deeply. So thank you for taking that little nap with us. Scott, he used purple. Sorry, don't have a mic on his computer. No problem, Scott. Thank you so much for letting us know. Let's go to Vanessa. What's your creative color, Vanessa? In the meantime, we have here in the chat soft pink for Anita. Very good. And then Pono is golden light. Star Brother, a wonderful immune system that begs for help. What if you someday have no need for any vaccine and instead you become super strong in your resistance? That's right, Star Brother. We have the ability of definitely coming into this healing the body ourselves. We absolutely have that ability now. Let's go to Sonia. What's your creative color?
Purple.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm gonna mess up your name. Sayoke? Shaoke? I'm so sorry. Shaoke, Miss Zhang, would you like to share what your creative color is? And please tell me your name again so I don't mess it up again. I think it was Shaoke. You're muted. I can't hear you, by the way. Oh, can't hear you. Carmen, what's your creative color? Okay, Carmen, we can't hear you. Maybe the mic's not working. That's okay. Lauren, what's your color? What's your creative color? So we're having some unmute problems. Okay, so thank you so much. Oh, Lauren put it here. Mine is gold, but today violet and gold mix. Amazing. Yes, thank you so much for sharing. So the purpose of that, my love, is Monica says mine is pink salmon. Thank you, Monica. So we're gonna talk about working with color tomorrow, color therapy and DNA activation, okay? Color just like we see in the body, vibrational frequency turning into liquid, turning into crystalline structures, is the frequency aspect, light bouncing off of something to give us a color communication, which we translate through the eyes. We are communicating, and color is encoded with information. So it's very important. The color that you have up here tells you about the current state of your entire body. It tells you subconscious programs, blockages, fears, anxieties, what still needs to be worked on so you can help yourself move forward to the next step. And we're going to work with the colors tomorrow. I want each one of you to get a copy of the chakra charts. And the chakra chart is going to be, I'm going to post it in the group, Facebook group. Anyone that's new today, please go to the Facebook group called Seeker Plus. You can find it on my page. Join the group. It's a private group where we discuss all about our healing things and how to help ourselves move forward. I'm going to post the chart there. I want you to get very familiar with what each color represents, because it really helps us understand why we're holding on to this color in the body. Sacred Journey says it fluctuates between green, violet, and white. And even that movement of frequency is telling you about your healing journey. So I'm going to show you how to identify what that is. And Monica says, but sometimes it's indigo blue with shining white, almost transparent. Dan Marco says, I'm always amazed at your analysis. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you for being here. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. And I am honored to work with you souls. You guys are seekers and you do amazing work. I love you so much. You guys are amazing. Have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay. So let's see, any more questions? I see bands of rainbow. Alexander says bands of rainbow. Oh, thank you so much, Alexander. Anjali, it's Friday's session on YouTube, and what was it about, please? I missed it. Well, no, it was here. It was private. It's not on YouTube. It was private because we went into some intimate stuff. Thank you so much, Nadia. Teresa, much love to you. Anjali, thank you. Scott, see you guys tomorrow. Rita, thank you. Felt the healed in those areas that was blocked today. I'm so happy, Rita. That's great. That's the openings we want to hear. Thank you, Luana. All my love. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.